Hey, welcome back to polkzoo channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, I have to kind of laugh. I haven't sold, I haven't done any paid advertising for the Guitar Ladder System ever, and I've sold over 7,500 courses, including doing some licensing to some colleges, which is under a contract. I'm not supposed to discuss it or say who it is, but you'd be surprised. I got the real deal here, folks. But I want to laugh because I recently came out with a small ad in the classified section of Vintage Guitar Magazine. They're really cool. It's a great magazine. They're great people over there. They're very friendly. I've been dealing with Arnold over there, and we email back and forth a little bit about the ads and whatnot. And he's really a cool guy. I love it when I call a business up and we just talk. We just shoot the bull, just like old friends or something for 10, 15 minutes, and that means a lot to me. They're really cool people there at Vintage Guitar Magazine. You should grab yourself a subscription. But I just happened to mention to Arnold because I told him to tell Janine over there that I love where they put my ad at the top of the page in the classified section. It looks really nice. To tell her, thank you for the ad placement. But I mentioned, yeah, it's 55 degrees here in California by the ocean, kind of kind of cold. But I go, it probably seems warm to you. And he emailed me back. He said it's -7 degrees. I think Vintage Guitar Magazine's in North Dakota. He said it's -7 degrees. He goes, "You're living the dream. You're living in paradise." I thought that was funny. They're really cool people. Like I said, that means a lot. I love anything that's organic. Like when I call Vintage Guitar Magazine and talk to Arnold, who's head of advertising, and we just start talking about guitars and music and just it's that I love that. I love that, and it's that organic nature to me is so important in life because I think we've lost that with so many real big businesses and corporate bullshit and digital this and digital that and all this stuff. So it's funny. I told Arnold about some of my guitar deals. I've done some really great finds. I found that I was able to make a little bit of profit, and my customers were happy too. And we just had a good time talking. So that's always important to me. And it's the same thing with the Guitar Ladder System. It's very organic. I've discovered through 40 years of hard work, folks. I've discovered what works and what doesn't work, and I've discovered exactly how to approach learning guitar and learning to improvise and learning to wake up the artist and wake up the composer within. I've learned exactly what to do that. And the results have been off the charts, and that's not bullshit. But hey, I want to continue with my freebies. If you want to try cycle one, just send me an email to polkzoo@gmail.com. I'm totally cold here, so I'm not going to impress you with my playing. But here's cycle one. This guitar is available too, $549, really nice Washburn J6 with a new case. The case is not a Washburn case, but this is really a nice, very musical sounding Washburn J6. It looks great. It's got one little very small, probably mostly lacquer crack by the input jack. But this is really a nice guitar. It's beautiful. It sounds very musical. $549, a little bit of shipping. I mean, this will blow away any Epiphone Joe Pass or any Epiphone Emperor type stuff or the larger box, whatever. These J6s, if you can find a good one, they're really a huge value. I'll miss this guitar a lot. But anyway, here's cycle one. And then you go back and you add the shading with a major 13 flat 5. Isn't that nice? One of my very first teachers, Horace Hatchet, who taught Howard Roberts when Howard Roberts was a young man in Arizona, and Howard Roberts went on to form Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California, one of the most successful guitar and music schools in the world. And his original teacher when Howard was young was Horace Hatchet, who I studied with 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 visual aids, right? But anyway, Horace had one of the most beautiful guitar minds on the planet. It reminds me of that. Wasn't there a movie called Beautiful Minds or something like that? Anyway, me and Horace had a great time working together. I remember once the biggest compliment he gave me is I was playing some stuff for him, and I was just improvising, and it was just rolling out of me like butter. And he's like, "Man, we should switch chairs." And I was like, "Whoa." I'm not saying that I knew as much about improvisation as he did, but things were really flowing out of me. This was after I had worked with him for years, and that was just a huge compliment. And my wife and I both called Horace Hatchet a little bit before he died. Just thanked him. We thanked him for thanked him for working together with us all those years, and thanked him for sharing his knowledge. And just wanted to let him know how meaningful it was to us, and we really appreciate him. And even just before he died, his mind was sharp and quick, and just, you know, really, and I really think a lot of my progress and my wife's progress, musically speaking, part of it's genetics, but also from working with people like that. I also worked with Joe Pass when I was young, and but Horace Hatchet really got me into a lot of chordal improvisation, really woke up my artist within, and I've been able to dial it in even further than that, and I do offer some of the secret Horace Hatchet files along with my Guitar Ladder System, which is all my own original material. But anyway, what I want to talk about with Cycle 1 is once you get Cycle 1 going, then you add the diminished section. I know this is a repeating because I did this yesterday, but that's okay. Using the diminished and minor thirds. See, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done this, so that's the normal way you do it, right? And then you add the diminished and minor thirds. Okay. Now here we could add the major 13 flat 5, go into a cycle minor 9, major 13 flat 5. See, once you start doing the Guitar Ladder System, you're going to be able to just start improvising and just take off. It's really cool. But what I wanted to give you suggestions, if you want to try Cycle 1 in the Guitar Ladder System and get some samples, hit me up, polkzoo@gmail.com. If you're just fed up and you haven't made the progress you've wanted the last 2 or 3 years, or the last 10 years, the last 15, 20 years, it's because you've been using average material. This is not bullshit. You know, you need really great material and learn how to approach your subconscious mind, learn how to practice the right material and do it in the right way. You can have a quantum leap. But, you know, if you want to reach some goals and you're just ready to start, go to steves@guitars.com, order right now for $199. It's thousands of dollars of a very innovative, very simple to use yet very powerful guitar instruction and music instruction. It's very simple to use, very organic, and it's going to work, folks. And it's thousands of dollars of material. But what you can do too with Cycle 1, and this is a good way to practice overall too for people out there, even if you don't have the money, even if you can't invest at $199 right now, you can do this. And I'll send you this cycle for free. Once you do the chord like the major 7, then play the 1, 3, 5, 7. So that's just 1, 3, 5, 7 off the scale, D scale, right? So do the chord 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, then do the diminished. That's 1 flat 3, flat 5, double flat 7. Then the minor, which is 1 flat 3, 5 flat 7. The diminished again. Maybe take it up another octave. So for every chord, do the arpeggio. On this, I like to do this. And then for the minor 9, you can use the minor 7 arpeggio. That's a great way to practice, though, for any chord, you know, and also just playing the chord and playing the scale that's more, you know, mostly related to that tonal set. Like if I love chords like this, big kind of jazzy chords, you know, although there's not really such thing as a jazz chord. You know what? I've got to grab this, so I'm going to grab this, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.